But Viksit Bharat is also a dream. But just as this dream got fulfilled, if we work methodically, systematically, with ambition, drive, and consistency, even that dream can be fulfilled. I think that's important. And I think we need more dreamers in the country, because it is the dreamers who are going to take this country somewhere. It begins with the Prime Minister who dreamt of Viksit Bharat. He used that word about 2.5 years, 3 years ago. And since then, Viksit Bharat has actually entered common lingo. But then the question is, why are we talking about Viksit Bharat? What is Viksit Bharat? Why are we talking about it now? How is it relevant to us, to our lives, to our nation, and to us as individuals? And we've just come off a fantastic year. I mean, 23-24, we grew at about 8% plus. India is one of the fastest growing large economies in the world. India contributes almost 1/5 to 1/6 of the incremental GDP in the world. We're the 5th largest economy in the world. We couldn't have dreamt of that long ago. Mark my words, this time next year when the next India Economic Summit is held, India will be the 4th largest economy. And 3 years down the road, by 27, we will be the 3rd largest economy. India's place on the global stage is undeniable. It cannot be pushed off anymore. This century, the coming century, the 21st century is India's century. We are at an interesting point in India's history. We are at a cusp in the growth trajectory of India. From a long period of very slow growth of a country riddled with poverty, we are now going to take our place in the Committee of Nations as a leading country in the world. Just step back and think, where were we in 1947? This is a country which was written off. People were not sure whether the country would hold as one nation down the road. I mean, we have had a neighbor who has not been able to hold itself with just 2 provinces. India has not only held itself. We were living an existence which was called ship to mouth. We were waiting for PM 480 food grain to land at the ports in Mumbai or wherever to get the next food out of our PDS shops. That was the condition of India. Where are we now? The entire government structure was designed to handle what? Famines, relief, floods, drought. This was, the country riddled with poverty, and the primary function of government was to somehow manage to keep people alive in the middle of poverty. That was India of 1947. Where are we today? We had some reforms in 91 that unleashed the private sector, but we didn't do the reforms willingly. They were done very unwillingly because we were under serious pressure on our foreign exchange. We were in a trade crisis, and we were compelled to do a set of reforms that unleashed a lot of growth potential in the country. But take where we are today. Last 10 years have been phenomenal. What this country has demonstrated in the last 10 years is a couple of things. We can do things with speed, we can do things at scale, and we can do things innovatively. A complete transformation in the capacity of government and society and business to deliver things on a large scale. Republic TV is an example of that. Something which was floated is now actually got global ambitions to be one of the leaders in media world and globally. I think India, as the 5th largest economy, needs to think like that. Do we have the attributes of a 5th largest economy? Not yet. We are 5th in terms of size. Do we have companies which are in the top 20 in the world? Do we have banks which are in the top 10 in the world? We have insurance companies, chartered accountancy firms, law firms, etc. Not yet. I think that's the kind of dream everybody should have.